Bang! What is going on, National Versus Shoes viewers? Cody here, and I got a friend here. Introduce yourself.
Scott Kisco, the owner, chairman, and creator of the National Wrestling Shooters.
Hopefully you guys can hear him. This is the totally not late at all because I've been busy with college. Smackdown 1000 live discussion, and it is 1000 episodes of Smackdown Live. We open up the show with Truth TV, the best thing on Smackdown Live. We get a couple of dance breaks with R-Truth and Carmella, and Carmella was looking fabulous on a whole nother level on that night. And the person at guest is the Raw Commissioner, Stephanie McMahon Helmsley. Steph thanks R-Truth and Carmella for that introduction. And then out comes who, Scott?
Shane McMahon right there.
Shane McMahon comes back to SmackDown. The commissioner of SmackDown Live comes back. I believe I've heard rumors that he's going to be back on TV more often, regularly. But, you know, after Stephanie and Shane go back and forth, out comes Vincent Kennedy McMahon. And, you know, he talks about how can we entertain you, and then it was dance break, and another dance break happened. You know, I'm kind of glad they didn't open up the show with something nostalgic. They opened it up with the romance and something that was entertaining. So this did wonders, honestly, for me. Honestly, it did. It did something. It wonders for me, honestly, for the opening of SmackDown 1000. It wasn't something that, like, too much in the past, but it opened up the way it really should have opened up with the McMahons. Next, the Usos versus AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan. After a great match and a bit of an accident between Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles, the Usos pick up the victory by pinning Daniel Bryan.
Mm-hmm.
What a world are we living in that the Usos get to beat Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles on SmackDown 1000.
Yeah.
And then backstage, we get SmackDown GM Page, who is joined by Teddy Long, who made a tag team match player. Vicky Guerrero, excuse me! And who else, Scott?
John Laurinaitis.
Otherwise known as?
Johnny Ace or
People Power!
People Power.
And then we come back and Evolution is out for totally not the first time ever on SmackDown. A Raw stable shows up on SmackDown. Why didn't they reunite on Raw 25 or Raw 1000? Well, I mean, Raw 1000 was because of DX, so I mean, I kind of get that. But Raw 25, come on. Triple H asks how you accomplish something as momentum as 1000 episodes. You evolve, so to speak. Ric Flair says he's part of a group. Owen says hearing that theme song brings like so many memories. And then Batista says the four main things he wants to say. One is because SmackDown 1000 is a show. It's a show that he helped build too, because in his hometown, he bounced in nightclubs for 13 years and saw more violence than any kid should see when he is speaking. And he is speaking to the WWE Universe that calls it a dream home. Number 3, that no matter what they called him, Blue Tista, Bootista, Batista, he did this for all of them. And number 4 is that Evolution was special. He addresses Randy Orton and says that Randy Orton is special and that everyone in the group knew it. He talks about Ric Flair, about bringing the 16-time world champion, and says, keep it in the pants, Rick, where everyone breaks character and laughs hilariously because it was funny as hell. Then he talks about Triple H. He says that this guy has done a lot of the business ever since his day as a full-time competitor over. He's done everything in the business except beat me. And then there's a bit of a tense moment. But then, hugs everywhere. Maybe a bit of a teaser for Mania. Who knows? And that Evolution segment ends. It's so weird seeing a SmackDown 1000 episode celebrated with a Raw stable. That's so weird to me. But I'm not upset at it. It was great to see Evolution. I love the theme song. I loved them as a group. It was real great. Real great seeing them back. And potential Batista versus Triple H match. Maybe. Who knows? Next, we get Rusev versus The Miz in a World Cup qualifier match. 8 in English. Roll up. 1, 2, 3. It's over.
Could have gone longer.
Really?
Yeah, just well.
Really? Not even a minute? Like, maybe a minute? Really?
Huh.
Well, The Miz is going to the World Cup, I guess. Rusev beats up Aiden after the match to get the heat back, and Rusev and Aiden English are facing off on SmackDown. Next is the Cutting Edge with Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair. And Edge introduces Becky Lynch. After he goes down the memorable things that he's done, like cashing money back on The Undertaker, Edge versus Eddie Guerrero that people still talk about, marrying and divorcing Vicky Guerrero. He tries to be the, well, how did he put it? The voice of reason, I think, something like that. And he brings up Becky Lynch and he says, you think Becky's doing the right thing, but she's not. He says from experience that that this route isn't the best thing to go, and that he thinks that Becky's liking herself. And she's like, yeah, you're right. I'm not liking myself. I'm loving myself. And then tells Edge to get out of the ring, and then says the line, hey, Edge, be careful leaving the ring. Wouldn't want to hurt your neck on the ropes there. And to which I'm like, that is fucked up. There's a line between savagery and fucked up. I think she crossed fucked up. Not in the outrage thing. Fucked up as the damn. It's fucked up. It's messed up. And then Charlotte comes out and brawl again because we love a brawl. Next we get the Bar versus the New Day. Let's see. After a great tag team match, let's see. It was a rematch. There's the match that Teddy Long made because tag team match, and there was something that happened. Oh, I think I know what happens. Big Show turns. Lol. Big Show heel turn again. It happened again. Big Show turned heel for the 1000th time. And this is apparently the thing. Sheamus, Cesaro, and the Big Show are the show bar. Big Show chokeslams Kofi, who was not a competitor in the match. Big E is angry. Bro kick, and Cesaro and Sheamus are your... Wait for it. I believe they are your five-time WWE Tag Team Champions. And the Big Show turns heel. Lol. Big Show heel turn. So funny, right?
Big Show heel turn.
I know you guys did that for the joke, okay? But you made an excuse to turn it into a thing. We already have enough things going on where it's big guy leading a stable of a tag team. And the Bar don't need the Big Show. They don't need the Big Show. So I know ultimately you guys did this just because Big Show turns lol. It's so funny I forgot to laugh, really. I really forgot to laugh. Really? Whatever. Big Show turns heel, lol, and apparently this is a real thing, you know. We get John Cena doing a promo. He's not even there. And The Rock wasn't even there.
Oh, no Rock.
I know he's probably doing movies. I get it. But Rock and SmackDown. John Cena talks about the memories from SmackDown and says he does not regret Slappy Kurt. He regrets Slappy Kurt Angle, but not regretting starting his career on SmackDown. And then we get into the main event. Rey Mysterio makes his return versus Shinsuke Nakamura. They're a great back and forth match with some, botches here and there. Rey Mysterio picks up the victory. Afterwards, The Undertaker comes out and says, yes, 3 words for DX. Rest in peace. Short, sweet, to the point, and SmackDown 1000 closes. Rey Mysterio and Nakamura was a really good match. Not as good, I think, as people were maybe anticipating, but it was a really good match nonetheless. There were a couple things that, little botches, but hey, Rey Mysterio's just getting back into the groove of WWE. It'll be fine. The match was great, honestly. And overall, SmackDown 1000 was fine. It talked about the past. It did dwindle in the past a little bit, but not too much. Not too much. It had a little bit of every SmackDown joke or WWE joke in there. You had the tag team match. Holla, 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 holla. It had Becky Lynch being a savage. It had Taker being at his home on SmackDown. Rey Mysterio returned to where he debuted on WWE at SmackDown. You had Big Show turns LOL because Big Show needed to turn heel again. It had just about everything. It had a little bit of a joke, a little bit of a flashback, a little bit of a nice thing for how long SmackDown has been on for. And, for that, I can appreciate it for not dwindling in the past and just, carrying on and incorporating the past a little bit with the present as well, which was, I think, really good done. I think really well done and really deserved to beat Raw in the ratings because it did end up beating Raw in the ratings. It took them 1,000 episodes, but they did it. They beat Raw in the ratings. It's about damn time. So that is going to do it, guys. I know this is late. I had finals for college for 3 of my classes. But that is going to do it, guys. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And remember, we're a group of passionate wrestling fans who love the art of professional wrestling, but we're not afraid to shoot straight the hip. Up and now, guys, I must bid you a adieu. Goodbye. And I promise that this is going to be the last time I'm going to be live today. And good night. Bang!
Bang!